Let me rap to you, baby, baby. Let me rap to you, baby, 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 baby. Let me rap to you, baby, baby. Let me rap to you, baby, baby, baby. Rap to you, baby, baby. Let me rap to you, baby, baby, baby.
What's up guys, it's RJ, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be taking a look at another collaboration from Adidas. This time they've partnered up with a shop called Bait out of Southern California. They've got stores all over Orange County, Los Angeles, San Diego. I believe they've expanded to San Francisco, Portland. They're on their way to expanding all over the place. Bait's an awesome shop, I love them. Great online presence, always have dope shit in stock. I'm particularly excited to have this collaboration in hand because they took the EQT silhouette that I absolutely love and adore and finally gave me exactly what I've been wanting in this shoe. So without further ado, let's dive right in. First and foremost, they come in the white Adidas collaboration box. A little bit higher quality than the regular Adidas boxes. There's the tag right there. Nothing too special about the box. Off-white colorway, 3-stripe branding across there. Adidas trefoil logo. And now, most importantly, the shoes. Starting with the upper, complete prime knit all the way from the toe box to right back where the heel panel starts. The back heel panel actually features kind of a neoprene pad along with a nylon pull strap. Now headed back to the front of the shoe, starting on the back, you've got this cage that wraps around both lateral and medial portions of the shoe. Outer portion features ribs all along the cage. Inner portion features a window. Both sides of the cage features 2 lacing eyelets. Now on to the first change of this shoe, and honestly, Bait did an amazing job. I think this new cage that they've attached is probably the best part of this actual shoe. So first off, you've got kind of a mesh material right here on the main part of the cage, and I'm sure the camera's picking it up. Instead of the 3 stripes that typically make up the lacing system on the EQT, you've got this red wiring that actually takes place of those 3 stripes. The outer portion of the cage actually feels like it's some sort of rubber. I'm not exactly sure what that material is. Super strong, super durable. Definitely a great way to hold these laces in place. And while we're on the laces, you've got black and 3M reflective. They also included alternate black laces if that's what you're into. I think the 3M is awesome. I personally like the 3M laces because if you take a look at the shoe all throughout, there's actually 3M beneath the actual black prime knit. The top layer of the prime knit is black, like you can see visually, and underneath the top layer of prime knit, there's actually a 3M layer. And I'm not sure if the camera's picking it up. It almost looks like some sort of animal paw scratched away, and that kind of reveals the 3M right beneath the black prime knit. Just another awesome aesthetic feature that was added to this particular shoe. Back to the laces, I always forget what these pieces are called right here, but both shoes do feature it, and it does say support on both sides. Lace tips or aglets are both branded in Bait and Adidas. You've got the Adidas original logo right there. Back of the tongue tag features that consortium handshake logo. Alternate shoe features the Bait logo right there. Back of that shoe, same handshake logo as the other. Insoles are not removable. If you do want to pull them out, you can. They're glued in there, but they will come out if you put enough force to it. Now, probably my actual favorite addition to this shoe that the other EQTs do not feature is the fact that it does not have a burrito tongue. It's actually just a one-piece constructed upper, so the tongue is completely attached, which I think is a lot better. I don't like the previous models specifically because of the tongue. That's just my personal preference. I know a lot of people do like it. I don't. I think the way it sits on your foot is kind of weird, and the fact that they changed it on this shoe has made me completely fall in love with it. I'm really glad they did that. Now on to the amount of boost that they include on the EQT 9317 Future. It honestly speaks for itself. There's a ton of boost in this shoe. There's so much cushion. It feels like you're walking on a cloud. There is no shoe out there currently that is as comfortable as this shoe. And I think that's kind of a unanimous feel. I'm not really sure. I know it's definitely my personal opinion, but I think there's a ton of you out there who probably agree with me, whether you have this one or a previous model. Just putting your foot in this and stepping on it for the first time, there's really no other way to explain it. You just have to experience it for yourself. There are a few general release EQTs out there right now that you can pick up on Adidas. There's a white and blue colorway. So if you weren't lucky enough to cop one of the collaborations, definitely go look that route if you want a pair of these. I just had to put a huge emphasis on the amount of boost that they include on this shoe. I love it. And I've talked about it before. The actual feel of the boost is different. I don't know if they construct it differently. It's definitely probably in the molding process, but whatever they do to this boost needs to be done to every boost shoe, in my opinion. Whatever they're doing just makes this boost super cushy. I love it. there's nothing really else to say about it. Heading to the bottom of the shoe, just your basic Adidas rubber outsole. Nothing really big to write home about. Ton of traction on the toes, ton of traction on the heels. Window in the middle reveals all that cushy boost that I just spent a ton of time talking about. Overall, my favorite EQT that has dropped thus far, and I wouldn't say that just because it's a collaboration. I personally think that they did everything to this shoe that needed to be done from the beginning. The tongue, the cage, just everything about it is awesome. My only complaint is maybe make that insole removable just so you can either add your own insoles, whatever it may be. Some people prefer, you know, Dr. Scholl's or whatever they prefer, but I think it's nice that the Ultra Boost has the ability to remove the insole. I think it's nice that the NMDs don't have an insole, the Nikis don't have an insole, so if you do want to put one in, you can. It just kind of sucks when they limit you to the insole that's already in the shoe. That's really the only complaint I can have about this shoe if I had to come up with one. So we broke down the construction of the shoe. We talked about the comfort. Last thing to talk about is sizing. Now everybody knows, if you watch my channel, my true to size is technically 10.5. This is actually the third pair of 9317s I've tried. I wanted to like this shoe so much just because I knew how comfortable they were. The first pair I picked up were the white and turbos. I sold those, they were 10.5, just felt way too bulky. Second pair were the overkills, same thing, 10.5, way too bulky, but that shoe was definitely constructed very well. I liked all the materials that were used on it, but it was just too bulky for me, I had to sell it. So when these came out, I decided to pick up a 10, went a half size down, and honestly, I love the feel. I love the look on my foot. They are a little snug, and the issue that you have when these shoes are snug is because the Primeknit is so soft that you get kind of those toe knuckles seeping through the Primeknit, you know, for lack of better terms. That's really the only way to phrase it. But if you can get past that and you don't mind your shoe just a little snug, I would go half size down. I have a very skinny, narrow foot, so if you're rocking a really wide foot, then obviously go true to size. Everybody always asks about size, and that's my personal preference on this particular silhouette, so take it for what it's worth. And guys, that's all I've got for you today. And yes, as always, I'm gonna leave you with a little bit of on-foot footage. Got a few shoes still sitting around that I haven't made videos on. I apologize for that. The Nike Flyknit Trainer, Puma Shugi Sensei, gotta talk about that shoe. That shoe is fire. But until next time, thanks again and peace out.